If you have ever wondered what Cricut is and what you could do with it, I'm gonna show you in today's video. Hey there, it's Christina from the DIYmommy.com. My Cricut machine is one of my favorite crafty tools in my DIY arsenal. I've been using my Cricut machines since about 2016 and have made so many fun DIYs and decor with my Cricut. I want to thank Cricut Canada for sponsoring today's video and helping me share with you why I think every Canadian and every crafter all over the world should own a Cricut, even if you don't feel like you're that creative of a person. After you watch this video, you will know exactly what a Cricut is, what it does, and you'll also know which one of the machines is gonna be best for you. Let's get started. So the main question that I get asked is, what is a Cricut? A Cricut is a smart cutting machine that helps you create personalized projects. You can make all sorts of different DIYs with these machines, and you can cut everything from iron-on heat transfer vinyl to paper to cardstock, even to fabric and wood. My personal favorite use for my Cricut is to make personalized gifts. Number one, I love these for teachers' gifts, for gifts for friends. And number two, I love to create organization labels with my Cricuts. And then finally, I love to make unique home decor that nobody else has. How does a Cricut work? You can connect your Cricut wirelessly via Bluetooth to your computer, to your smartphone, to your tablet, or you can connect it to your computer with a USB cable. Cricuts work with an application called Design Space. It's a free app that you can install on your smart device or on your computer. You don't have to pay any money to install this app. There's lots of free images you can use within Design Space. However, you can pay a monthly fee for what's called Cricut Access, and that gives you access to hundreds of different fonts, images, and project ideas. You can use your own fonts and images in Cricut as well. I have a whole other tutorial on how to do this. I will link it down in that description box below. So once you create your design in Design Space, now there's tons of pre-made designs ready to go, or you can get really creative and make your own from scratch. You essentially just send it from your computer, from your smart device to your Cricut machine, and that's gonna go ahead and cut out your design. And not only can you use a blade tool to cut with the Cricut, it also has other tools like a scoring tool, an embossing tool to make designs, a pen that you can write, and more. What can I make with Cricut? There are so many, essentially endless things that you can make with this machine. And like I mentioned earlier, I love to make personalized gifts with this. So whether it's personalized tumblers, personalized containers with people's names on it, monograms, I love doing that sort of thing with my Cricut. If you know somebody that has a name that is very unique and you can never find personalized items for them, a Cricut is the perfect machine to make that perfect monogram, that perfect name item for your friend. I've also made unique home decor items with my Cricut. So for example, I was trying to come up with some sort of circular piece with holes in it for these DIY light fixtures I did in my camper. I drew that out, imported the image into Cricut Design Space, and cut that out onto cardstock, and it was perfect. So pretty much anything you can dream up to cut, the Cricut can cut that for you. I'm gonna talk about the 3 newest Cricut machines that are currently on the market. I did do an older video a couple years ago about the older machines. I will link to that in the description box below. Yes, you can still use the Explore Air 2, the original Maker. They still work with Design Space, so if you wanna go for those instead, go for it. I'm gonna talk about the new ones. So I'm gonna talk about the Cricut Joy, the Maker 3, and the Cricut Explore 3. The main difference, I think, between these machines and the older machines is that these ones use what's called smart material. That material has its own backing. You don't have to put the material on the mats that Cricut has. Plus, when you use smart material, these machines cut a ton faster than the older machines. So if speed and not using a mat is something that sounds good to you, you're gonna wanna go for the newer machines. Let's go from the littlest machine machine to the biggest one. So this little guy is called the Cricut Joy. This one is fantastic if you want to move around a lot, you want to move your machine from place to place. Say you want to go to a friend's house, take it there, you want to make things on the fly, on the go, or if you have limited space to store your Cricut, this one's perfect. This one uses smart material, however, it can only cut a narrow piece of material, but it can cut a nice long piece. What I love the Cricut Joy for is for making organization labels. It's my favorite machine for that because I can bring it anywhere in my home. So whether it's my kitchen island, whether it's even in my bathroom and I'm making labels, I can do it on the fly from my phone to the Cricut Joy. I'm always using permanent vinyl to create labels like these ones I made for my fridge recently. I just use my favorite font from Design Space, type out the labels I want just right from my phone and cut them onto permanent vinyl with the Cricut Joy. So if you're looking for versatility, a smaller unit, something quick and easy, and also something that is more budget friendly than the other machines, the Cricut Joy is perfect for you. Next, let's talk about the Cricut Explore 3. This one is probably my favorite right now. It's kind of the all-around multi-purpose machine for a variety of different crafters, whether you're just beginning with Cricut or whether you're a little bit more of a pro. This one cuts more materials than the Joy does. You can put a variety of different tools into the machine to cut, score, etc. And it's also going to be cutting bigger material. You can use smart vinyl in this one too, so if you're using that smart material, smart vinyl, smart cardstock, etc., it's going to cut nice and fast. The Explore 3 is compatible with smart vinyl and can cut up to 12 feet long all in one go. With this one, you can also use what's called the print and cut feature, where you can print out a design with your printer, your desktop printer, and then you can cut out the outside of the design with the Explore 3. So I know lots of people like to make DIY stickers right now, so this machine would be perfect for that. And what about the Maker 3? This one is kind of the luxe, the luxurious version of all the Cricuts. It can cut the most variety of materials. It can use the most variety of tools in here. It's also compatible with smart materials, and you can cut up to 12 feet all at once. So not only can it cut all of the ones that these can cut, so the iron-on heat transfer vinyl, the permanent vinyls, cardstock, this one can also cut thin wood, it can cut fabric. So this one is great for more of a pro level crafter, or if you're into a variety of different crafts like quilting, like sewing, and maybe even working with thin woods and leather. There's also a suite of tools that you can use exclusively with the Maker 3, like the engraving tool, the emboss deboss tool, single or double scoring, perforation tool, and the rotary blade for fabric and crepe paper. So where can you buy Cricut machines? You can find Cricut machines and the accessories at most national retailers, and you can find them at Cricut.com. I'll leave some purchase links in the description box below. Are Cricut machines hard to use? In my opinion, no, they're not. I feel like you can make them as simple or as complex as you want, because right when you set up your Cricut, and I do have a video about setting up a Cricut right from the box, I will link it down in the description box below. Cricut Design Space walks you right through how to do a test cut. There's test projects right in Design Space. You can use those, and it essentially walks you through step by step exactly what you need to do. And then once you're confident with those easier projects, you can get right into the more difficult ones. So designing your own complete unique design with, say, a program like Adobe Illustrator, importing it into Design Space as an SVG or a JPEG file, and then cutting that out. You can do multi-layers of designs. You can do just one color, you can do 5 colors and layer vinyl. So to me, what I love about Cricut is that it can be as easy or as complex as you want it to be. Are Cricuts worth it? In my opinion, yes, they are. If you love to craft, if you're a DIYer, or if you really want to get into crafting, I think having one of these in your crafty arsenal is extremely helpful. It's also a fantastic investment if you want to be selling handmade goods. You can make beautiful, professional looking t-shirts, greeting cards, personalized tumblers, gifts, bridesmaids gifts, all sorts of things, even wooden signs, stencils, and sell those. So one of these could help you make money if you want to start your own crafting business. Not only is the Cricut great for the crafter, but it's also fantastic for teachers that want to dress up their classroom, get organized, event planners, home and decor DIYers, and small businesses. Plus, once you're confident using the Cricut, it's going to make all of your projects a lot faster than if you were doing everything manually. So for example, I used to make DIY doormat stencils manually by printing them off on my printer, cutting them out with a craft knife. With the Cricut, you can just do all of that right in the app and cut it right out on stencil paper, and you're done. I've definitely used my machines a lot over the years. You probably see them pop up in lots of my DIY videos over the years, whether it's dollar store DIY, thrift store, making items to sell, and I'm always coming up with new ways that I can use them as I get more confident with the machines. I hope that helps answer all of your questions about Cricut and what it does. Let me know down in the comments below if you have any more questions about the machines. If you were to buy one of these, which one would be right for you? I would love to know. Thanks so much for watching this video, and thanks again to Cricut for sponsoring this video. I'm gonna leave some more videos that I hope you will enjoy watching next, right up here.